Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA Ball. This is Brian Anderson. I'm here with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, our reporter, Allie LaForce. So a look at the starters for the Pacers. Nesmith and Siakam are the forwards. Halliburton and Nembhard, the 1 and the 2. And it's Jackson in at the 5. And for Charlotte, it's Miller and Bridges teaming up at the forward spots. Then it's Williams, then it's Ball, and it's D in at the shooting guard position. And certainly on paper, this game is something of a mismatch, Doris.
Yes, it is, but it's always dangerous when one team is expected to win by a large margin. Because why? Human nature. Can't skip steps. These are still professional basketball players. That underdog can be a real dog.
Here's D. Turned in an outstanding game against Detroit. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Their last game, a win against the Magic, looking to carry it into this one.
Hey, their activity on defense was terrific. It was just full effort at that end of the floor and a bunch of blocks to show for it.
The best defenses do a great job of protecting the rim. That team did not give an inch. They defended and contested every shot.
Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Well, there's no question. Pascal Siakam has raised the ceiling of this Pacers team.
Yeah, absolutely. He complements Halliburton's up-tempo style very well. And defensively, he shores things up with his ability to guard 1 through 5.
And here's Charlotte now, after the basket by Indiana. Ball right side. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to be on Tyrese Halliburton.
You love the fact that LaMelo Ball is not timid about drawing contact on the interior. Get that foul drawn, LaMelo.
And he makes both free throws. And given LaMelo Ball is 6'7", how does this give him an advantage at his position, Grant?
Well, B.A., he's able to score on smaller guards as well as see over them and find his teammates. His height and quick decision-making are real weapons. And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
D can't get it to go.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Three-pointer, Halliburton hits the trifecta. Halliburton's got 8.
Great shooters trust their shooting motion. Tyrese Halliburton with the jumper.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. D, the pass to Ball. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Tyrese Halliburton with the rebound. Pacers leading by 4. Here's Siakam. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee. He said one person we cannot overlook is Tyrese Halliburton. He said the guy has major impact on the game, even when he's not scoring, which he usually is. He sets the tempo for the team. He can defend, rebound, pass the ball. Kid's got it all. Guys?
Allie, thank you. Now here's Siakam. Nails the baby hook.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. A big group substitution here for Charlotte. Richards is checked in for Williams. Williams comes in for Bridges. Green's checked in for Miller. And it's Mann in for LaMelo Ball. And the Pacers also making a change. Matherin's checked in. Here's D. Sinks his third bucket. He's 3 for 6 now.
And defensively, you have to make him work harder than this, or it's going to be a long night.
Siakam outside. To the middle. And Matherin gets it to go on the assist from Siakam.
Great body control allows Matherin to finish through contact.
A minute 4 left in the first quarter of the game. Richards' shot is off.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Pass to Nembhard. Outside Nesmith. And here's Siakam for 3. Sinks it from distance. Siakam's got 5 now.
There's no hesitation in catch-and-shoot situations for Pascal Siakam. He has turned himself into a legitimate threat.
D can't get it to go. "34 seconds left in the opening quarter." To the paint. And stolen by Williams. Here's D. He's covered by Matherin. D gets the bucket.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
And so it's Siakam with it. He brings it up for the Indiana Pacers. They lead by 7. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
Siakam hits them both. Just 4 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And so it's Indiana leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped him build an advantage. We'll be right back after this word. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Indiana.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
On the court for the Pacers, second quarter underway. They've got T.J. McConnell, Walker out there with Obi Toppin. Then there's Benedict Matherin, and it's Halliburton in at the 2-guard spot. Now here's Toppin. And it's Halliburton. Gets it to go inside.
Well, you have to understand how to score when you're in the paint and you are 6'5". Tyrese Halliburton, he knows the way.
Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drive.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes.
Here's McConnell after the basket by Charlotte. Here's Halliburton. It's not going to go for him. Nice D from Bridges. Inside, here's Richards. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Richards has got his first 2 points.
That's about reading the floor. Hits his man right where he wanted it.
McConnell passes to Halliburton. And some change. Ball getting it done for the Hornets. And that quarter was all about him, leading the comeback charge. Now they're up in this one. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
I think for the Pacers, a tall order for them in this one. Looking to steal a win from a very good team. On paper, it's a...
And let's dig into the first half now. Things looking pretty good for the Charlotte Hornets.
They've been getting to the line.
And that'll do it for us.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at LaMelo Ball in this game. He's been everywhere.
He took a head-on approach in the first half, going straight at the D and drawing fouls.
I have to love his tenacity. This guy stays in attack mode, makes defenders work, tries to keep them off balance.
It's Miller and Bridges teaming up at the forward spots. Then it's Ball, then there's Mark Williams, and it's D in at the 2. That's the Hornets 5. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, a lot of change for this Hornets organization. New ownership, a new front office, a new head coach, some exciting new talent. They're renovating the arena and building a new practice facility. Other than that, not much has changed. BA?
Business as usual, Allie. Thanks. And here's Indiana now. After the basket by Charlotte. All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shined bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
What a performance. Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. Now here's Jackson. Neesmith's shot is off.
Well, I guarantee you this is not what they talked about in the locker room. 0 for 3 and looking lost. Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Siakam outside. Nembhard outside. Halliburton against Ball. Shot clock at 5. They need this. No luck on that one.
Not a terrific start here in the second half. 4 attempts, nothing to show for it.
Yeah, and I can't help but remember Tyrese Halliburton in the 2024 All-Star Game. A spectacular performance from him in that one. And the icing on the cake, him dropping the shot that took the East point total to over 200 points. Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Pacers trail by 14. Jackson outside. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Oh, Williams with the block. In transition. Here's D. And he converts the layup. He's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Checked in for Neesmith. All right, let's go to the leaderboard and see the top passing teams last season. Changes here for the Pacers. Toppin, he's checked in for Jackson. Walker comes in for Pascal Siakam. And it's McConnell in for Nembhard. Here's D. Williams passes to Miller. Williams with the screen. D. Charlotte, no good that time either.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
And the Pacers looking at who they've got. Walker out there with Toppin. Then there's Tyrese Halliburton. Then there's TJ McConnell. And it's Matherin in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Halliburton. It's good. Off the glass.
Well, the numbers speak for themselves, but what Tyrese Halliburton is showing you, the versatility he has at the offensive end.
Pass to Ball. Williams, a screen on McConnell. Releases from the wing and drills it.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays. One
thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Here's D. It's rebounded by Indiana.
And it was a great chance to finish on the break, and he flubs it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. D's got 24. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Hornets?
Their defense has been on point all game long. They're out hustling the shooters and swatting down plenty of shots.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Indiana making a switch here. Jackson, he's checked in for Toppin. Pascal Siakam comes in for Walker. Nesmith, he's checked in for Mathurin. And it's Nembhard in for McConnell. And the NBA moving to a 2-day draft. Your thoughts on the change, Grant?
You know, B.A., a lot of pro sports are shifting to multi-day drafts. And the NBA draft can be long if done all in one evening. So maybe a good choice to break it up.
And they'll get another chance. Second chance effort. D can't get it to go. Pacers trail by 20. Pass to Nembhard. Back to Nesmith. Down low. Jackson. Oh, Williams with the block. Here's D. And some very quick points for him on that possession. D's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
If you leave a teammate of LaMelo Ball that wide open, I promise you he will find him.
Siakam looking it over. Nesmith passes to Siakam. Puts up a three. The shot by Nembhard, no good. Charlotte leading by 22. Here's D. Pascal Siakam with a rebound. Siakam's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Nembhard outside. Back to Halliburton. Jackson with a screen on Ball. Nembhard outside. Pass to Siakam to stop the drought. And Indiana misses again. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Hornets.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And they pick up their 4th win of the year. Every victory so sweet in the association.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next 2 times these squads meet.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for D.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy. In attack mode all evening.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Siakam, the pass to Halliburton. Nesmith on the wing. Kicks it out to Siakam. This one for 3. Connects from downtown.
3 points.
19 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. D can't get it to go. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort.
That's what I'm talking about.
Come on, MP.
Ooh, I run this.
Let's go!
I call this good sweat out here.
That's it! All day, baby!
I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna keep beating. Watch. That's every time. Yes, sir. That's the way I back up my game.
This for my homies and brothers, they know that I love them. MP, it's an honor. I'm Chris Matthews. Welcome to the Art of Shooting.
What's up, Chris? I heard you're the best shooting coach around, and I'm trying to work on getting to my spots so my shot is automatic, you know what I mean?
Well, that's exactly what we do. So you came to the right place.
That's what's up. So how do things run around here?
Well, we have a bunch of different drills you can try. Drills where you set up and take your time, drills where you focus on getting up shots in a hurry, and you can even challenge me in one-on-one.
Oh, that sounds good. Let's get locked in. Chris, what's up?
Yo, MP, you ready to start working on your hot zones?
Let's do it.
Yo, keep shooting that. Yo, we got this. Don't worry. I got him. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, come around. Come around. Oh, yeah. Cool. I'll run this. I'll run this.
Great work today, MP. Way to shoot that ball.
Thanks for pushing me, man. Mikal Bridges, the ultimate winner.
You said it, not me.
Nah, but for real, man, I've always been impressed with how you do whatever it takes, man. You got the star quality, and you know how to play the role player role, too. That's tough, man.
Yeah, just do whatever it takes.
For sure.
Good, MP? MP, you're about to go off.
Please text the word 76 and see location to 555.
And a chance for everyone to get some shots up. Find the... Hello, fans. Welcome to this presentation of the NBA. Richard, with this season just underway, how long do you think it takes for a player to mesh with his new team?
It really depends on if you have a previous relationship or not. You may go to a team with guys you know, you'll mesh right away. Or it may take a little bit longer if you're a bit unfamiliar.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. Up it forward, it's Miller and Bridges. LaMelo Ball is out there with deep, and it's Williams at the 5 roaming the paint. Charlotte shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. That free throw, no good. You know, Greg, one thing you notice, we were just talking about this with the Hornets in recent years, a lot of changing lineups.
And you expect that with the team, with where they're at. They're looking for any advantage game to game and trying to build that identity as a franchise.
And that one's good. Maxey.
A tough shot for most guys, but Maxey puts a smooth stroke on it.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Well, Kevin, I was able to talk with Nick Nurse for a minute. In talking to Coach, he discussed the hidden talents of LaMelo Ball. Coach said he's still a young player in this league, but we can't take that lightly. We've seen what he's done to soft defenses. We need to be physical. So we'll see if that defense tightens up for them. Guys?
Thank you, David.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Pass to Embiid. Baseline try. Williams with the block. And they'll get another chance. 4 on the shot clock. Here's McCain. And a miss there on the triple.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Here's D. He's covered by Maxey. And he makes that one.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Here's Yabusele after the made shot from D. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Get out of that man's way. Embiid throwing down that power finish.
Here's D. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. D's got 5 points so far.
See, he had time to line it up, and you know what? He's capable.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Over Williams. Bridges with the board. The Hornets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. One thing this team likes about Miles Bridges, Greg, he plays a lot. He's always there.
And Kevin, on a couple occasions, Bridges has been near the top in minutes played. He's got that strong 6'7" frame, and it holds up well over the season.
Here's Maxey, following the 3 by Charlotte. The 3 from George. No good that time. Hornets leading by 3. And it's D missing. Philadelphia has gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Pass to Yabusele. Embiid with the screen on Miller. And it's George missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often. You got to love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
For the 76ers, their last game, a win against the Lakers in L.A. Embiid sets the pick for George. That doesn't go either for George. And it's the Hornets' ball. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run. And that one's good. D.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. So an almost entirely new group in now. for Charlotte. Nick Richards, he's checked in for Mark Williams. Grant Williams comes in for Miles Bridges. Josh Green's checked in for Miller, and it's Trey Mann in for Ball. And that one's good, Boston.
No settling for an outside shot there. They went right to the hoop.
Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Here's D. And it's off from three-point range. And it's Maxey with the ball for Philadelphia. Trailing by 5. Boston, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Now here's Green. It's deflected. It's stolen by Martin. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. The 76ers shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
What I love most about Maxey is his aggressive attitude. When he's out there, he keeps his foot on the gas pedal.
Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Here's Maxey. He had 35 points last game out. From the arc. Connects from three-point range. Maxey's got 7 points in the game.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Here's Mann. Pass to D. From deep three-point land, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. Looking at what we've seen from the Hornets, what do you think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
They've got Martin. Martin is out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Oubre. And it's Boston in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Now here's Embiid. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just...
Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants to talk to his guys. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Even with all that noise, when they had the ball, it never rattled them. Their offense was in tune like it was a home game.
He gets that one. McCain's got the lead up to 4 now for the 76ers.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Count that one.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Maxey looking it over. Off target with his 3.
And after connecting twice from deep in the first quarter, he hasn't been able to drain another here in the second.
D. Good, and Curry gets the assist. D's got the game tied up here for the Hornets.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Outside, Maxey. Floats one. Pocket 6. From deep, George. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
That's the second long-range bomb in the quarter after a slow first period. He is on the roll.
Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
And just very little chance of that pass finding the target from that distance.
Maxey with it. For the 3. It's not going to go for him. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Philadelphia ahead, up by 3. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready.
Welcome, folks.
I like their approach on the boards. Get in there, establish position. Aggressively go after the ball, Ernie.
If they come...
All right, let's turn now to take a look at how the East. And that concludes.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. We're seeing tremendous gameplay from D.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Up it forward, it's Miller and Bridges. D out there with ball, and it's Williams at the center, locking down the middle. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shined bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
You're right. What a performance. Hey, Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams.
That's not how you want to come out of the break. 3 straight misses. They need to settle in quick.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Joel Embiid talks about leading his team. He said, I've been guarded so many different ways, I feel like I've seen everything, and I know how to attack everything. For me, it's all about how do I bring everyone along with me. You can't win alone. It's just about playing together and involving everybody. Kevin?
And you've got to involve everybody. All right, D.A., thanks. Miller with a wide open look on the wing. Miller for the lead. The basket is good off the assist from Williams.
3 points.
Williams has got 3 assists tonight.
And nice mechanics from Miller there. Ready to fire as that pass is coming.
Here's Yabusele. Back to Maxey. There's the 3. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And that one's good. D.
And his ability to efficiently score, that's really helped him out in this one, putting them ahead on the scoreboard.
Up top, Maxey. He's covered by Ball. One-on-one fast break. Here's D. Again, the Hornets score.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchises.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that out.
Charlotte leading by 8. Inside for him, it's Martin next to Embiid. Then there's Oubre, and it's Council in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Pass to Martin. And he drives in, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Miles Bridges. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Hornets.
All you have to do is look at one stat, and that is their block numbers. It tells you how tight their D has been. They've been going out of their way to smother the defense.
And just a great job converting those second chance points as well. They're having a great night getting those second and third shot opportunities.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Martin. And now, a look at the upcoming schedule for the 76ers. On Tuesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the New York Knicks. And then on Wednesday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And for the matchup with the Heat, that's one that I'm particularly curious about. Should be a fun matchup with the rosters those teams have.
Here's D. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. The 76ers trail by 7. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Bridges got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Excellent outlet pass, helping to make transition opportunities like this easier.
The 76ers shooting around 41% on the night. Pass to Embiid. From 10 feet out, and he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Well, and there's a reason why Embiid is the focal point of their offense, because he drains shots in bunches.
D passes to Miller. Here's D. Bridges a screen on Oubre. And it's D missing.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break a mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
Embiid. Williams with the block. Here's D. Yep, it counts. D's got the lead up to 9 now for the Hornets.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, guys. During the last timeout, I listened to Nick Nurse talk to his team. He told us, guys, I need you all to come together right now on both ends. This game is not over. You need to go out there and take control now. We'll see how it looks coming out of the timeout, guys.
All right, David, thanks. Off target from outside.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Maxey's got 4 rebounds in this game. Fires for 3. Nailed from three-point land.
From three-point land, few guys in this league are better than Maxey. You have to run him off that line.
Here's Ball, and Ball slams it in.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Inside. And the rejection by Embiid.
Love to see Embiid swatting down shots, taking advantage of his size and frame.
Pass to Yabusele. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Second team foul. At the line for Philadelphia, Yabusele taking 2 shots.
It's the first, and that brings them within single digits. And the Hornets making a change here. Mann's checked in. Both good from the line that time. Charlotte has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Pass to D. Fires the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. D's got 9 points in the quarter.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Outside, Maxey. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Baseline J on the way. Rebound by Williams.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Hornets.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for D.
And let's just say this, the name of the game is scoring, and yes, he provided that tonight. You're welcome.
32 seconds left in the fourth. Here's D. Goes up on the high post. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. D's got 35 in the game.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
And as it should be. To be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Number 10, Josh.
Lowry!
And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for our reporter, David Aldridge, and our analysts, Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We thank you for watching.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey.
Drink plenty of fluids. Win the swamp tonight.
What's shaking it, kid?
Hottest team in the land coming through.
Welcome, everyone. A little extra excitement for you tonight. It's the first game of the NBA Cup, along with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill. I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce will be with us courtside. Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaken out. You look at the Magic, right now, 5th in the division, right in the middle. And, of course, Charlotte, half a game behind.
I think for the Hornets, I really think they've been hit and miss thus far. I mean, they are a playoff-level team, but are they championship level? Probably not.
Yeah, and that's not a knock on them. This is where most people expected them to be. They just don't have the talent to be up there with the contenders.
So the Hornets starting five. It's Miller and Bridges teaming up at the forward spots. Then it's Ball, then it's Williams, and it's D in at the shooting guard position. And for the Magic, on the wings, it's Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Paolo Banchero is out there with Wagner. And it's Suggs in at the point. And here we are for Game 1 of the NBA Cup. This game will count both towards group play as well as the regular season standings.
Yeah, and it's really important to start off with a win. Only 8 teams advance to the elimination round, so there's not a lot of room for failure in this group stage.
Too open that time. Made it look easy.
Tracking the feed, Franz Wagner locked in on that shot.
Bridges, a screen on Caldwell Pope. And the bucket is good. And Suggs has got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. Banchero outside to the paint. Here's Caldwell Pope. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, Caldwell Pope is one of those guys who just loves to come after you.
D, the pass to Williams. Down low. D gets the bucket. D's got his second basket.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now here's Banchero. Last game, 26 points for him. Wagner for three. That one doesn't drop. And in recent seasons, Grant, almost no team's been hit by the injury bug as much as the Hornets.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, you wonder what they could have done if they'd stayed healthy. They built the team around key players, and those guys have just missed a lot of time.
Well, maybe not the shot they were looking for there, but the defense gave it to him, and he knocked it down.
Back to Suggs. Bridges against Banchero. And no good. Nice D from Bridges. Sinks another one. He's on a roll, starting 4 for 4.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
For Orlando, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Wagner finds Caldwell Pope. Banchero outside. No good again that time. For Charlotte, they've gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. Out to the right wing. To the middle. Wagner with a steal. Wagner against Miller. Wagner with a screen. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Three-pointer, no good. Charlotte leading by 4. Ball looks over the floor. Knocks it down from distance.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Carter, he's checked in for Paolo Banchero. A big group substitution here for Charlotte. Richards is checked in for Williams. Williams comes in for Bridges. Green's checked in for Miller. And it's Mann in for Ball. There's a minute 59 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Suggs. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Here's Richards, and he battles for the ball, gets the second chance bucket.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Suggs, the pass to Wagner. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Free throw line jumper. Good. He hits the jumper. Wagner's got 5.
Well, he's a 3-level scorer. That's what Wagner can do.
What a fantastic second year for Paolo Banchero, Grant. A bona fide all-star in Orlando.
Yeah, only their second all-star over the last decade. Paolo was incredible during the playoffs, averaging 27, 9, and 4. That playoff experience is big for him going forward.
Now here's Wagner. He's scoreless. Suggs, no good. Here's D. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That's on Mo Wagner. Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes.
A chance at a 2-for-1 if they'd like.
And I really can't see why they wouldn't.
Pass to Carter. Here's Vitazze, covered by Richards. Here's Joseph. And Carroll, left side. Outside Carter. 3 on the clock. On target from range.
Well, Carter Jr. is selective from deep, but he has a good sense for when he should fire from there.
D, the pass to Green. Here's D. He's got 9. Charlotte, no good that time either. Here's Howard, and it's in there.
Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Hornets out in front, up 2. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from Charlotte?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
This is how the floor looks for the Hornets starting the second. It's Miller and Bridges teaming up at the forward spots. Then there's Mark Williams, then it's Ball, and it's D in a 2-guard. Here's D. Orlando making their last shot. Bridges, a screen on Howard. Drills it from deep. D's got 12 points in the game.
His shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned on him.
All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Bridges passes to D. Bridges, a screen on Howard. Here's D. And here are the Hornets with another bucket.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
Bancaro. And it's Bancaro again missing.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Here's Howard. Drives to the hoop. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams. And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
Orlando making some changes. Wagner's checked in for Bataze. Houston comes in for Howard. And Suggs is subbed in for Harris. Martin, he's checked in for Charlotte. So a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Orlando ahead, leading by 1. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Hi, folks.
When you look at how they're getting their points, a good portion come from inside. They're going right at the defense.
And right now, let's see who's jostling for Rookie of the Year.
These young fellas have been hot, usually.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Charlotte trailing. Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. He is going to be a force for a very long time.
The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope. The Wagner brothers on the floor. Franz at the 3, Mo in the middle. And it's Bancaro in at the power forward position. So that's who Jamal Mosley starts the second half with. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
LaMelo Ball is such an instinctive playmaker. Talking about his approach, he said, "I'm just making it up. I see someone, I throw it, whatever comes to mind." Brian, the way he sees the game makes him box office attraction.
I like it. It's that new school flair with a game that harkens back to some of the greats. He's special to watch, Allie. And the Hornets with possession here after the basket by Orlando. Ball against Suggs. Kicks it out to Wagner. Caldwell Pope against Miller. Caldwell Pope, the pass to Wagner. 5 on the clock. Missed inside. Hornets trail by 6. To the inside. Here's Bridges. Soft touch off the glass.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Pass to Wagner. The teardrop. Some solid defense from Williams. The Hornets have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Inside. To the wing, right side. To the paint. Out to Bridges. From behind the arc. Gets the 3 to fall. Bridges has got 7 points in the game.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Suggs outside. On the wing, Caldwell Pope. Banchero outside. The rebound by Bridges. Charlotte has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. He's got his first free throws of the night right here. That one drops. He ties it up. Wendell Carter, he's checked.
Substitution on the court.
Howard finds Banchero.
Number 3. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Howard. Down low. Here's Batase. Outside Carter. Pass to Banchero. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. That's on Mark Williams. And the Magic making a change here. Suggs is checked in. And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. I'll say this. Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. On the court for the Hornets, it's Miller and Bridges teaming up at the forward spots. Then it's Ball, then there's Mark Williams, and it's D in at the 2. Coach, you look at someone like Jalen Suggs. Man, has he improved his shot.
Yeah, Brian, I think you've always loved the effort that he brings at the defensive end of the floor. But now he's a much more efficient shooter, much more decisive, and really understands his role. Well, one thing you like about Jalen Suggs is this guy's a hard worker. You see that on the court, and you see it off in the way he's continued to work on his game. Well, he hit a couple of threes in the first half, but none since then.
Da Silva with the bucket.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Back to Ball. Over Suggs. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
Wow. Did I just see that? I mean, LaMelo with the artful dribble.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jamal Mosley was saying to the team. Coach wasn't very animated in this tight game, but asked this of his team: how bad do you want it? Right now, this is all about who wants it more. So go out there and take it, guys.
Allie, thank you. Now here's Suggs. Good. That's his 5th bucket in 9 attempts.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Baseline try. D can't get it to go. Magic leading by 5. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Suggs, no good. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Here's D. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Talk about stepping up. I mean, that is a huge three-pointer.
Well, guys who can make big shots at the end of games have become a necessity.
Wagner with a screen on Bridges. Bridges against Bancaro. Caldwell Pope, the pass to Wagner. Yep, that one goes.
Important bucket by Wagner there. They needed that.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Orlando.
Well, they're shot blocking. The defensive effort level has been great. You got to love that intensity.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off the transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
Now here's Bancaro. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. To the middle. Wagner. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Williams has got rebound number 7 tonight. Screen by Bridges. D gets the bucket. D's got 20 points.
Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the 3.
1:05 left to play in the 4th quarter. The 3 from Bancaro. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Here's D. Screen by Bridges. D. Oh, he drained it from downtown.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Now here's Bancaro. And it's good.
And stepping up when it's clutch time. That's a very mature play by the young Bancaro.
Here's D. Bridges, a screen on Caldwell Pope. D. It's rebounded by Wagner.
He's got to be mad at himself. You won't get a better look than that.
And he commits the intentional foul. Good on the first. And that'll put him up 2. Man, he's checked in for ball. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, at this point, they're going to have to go for the 3 and try to force OT.
One second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's D. And it's off the back of the rim. No good.
Man, coach is going to have a few words with him after that shot.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for. You got to keep the ball moving in that situation.
So the first one drops, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 5-point game.
A very successful visit to the line for him. Now this is a 2-possession game.
There's 18 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
Might be time for a little different approach. This shot hasn't been falling here in the second half.
And that's an intentional foul. Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that increases the lead to 6. Here's D. Bridges, a screen on Caldwell Pope. Laces one from 3. And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page.